makes Christianity and Christ so different from the other religions is that our religion is based on the bearing of suffering for the sake of even those that persecute us. An overflowing of love, an overflowing of self-giving love, so much that it cannot be contained. An unconditional, absolute standard of love for all of God's children, even those that are misguided, even those that persecute us, even the most heinous among us. That is what makes us different. That is what makes us good.
The Canary mission is an Israeli-funded blacklist, which since July 2025 has been confirmed to be used by the Trump administration to target students, professors, and professionals who oppose Israel and reside in the United States. This idea is part of an initiative created by the Heritage Foundation, the same group responsible for the infamous Project 2025. In their initiative, titled Project Esther, they state that students participating in pro-Palestinian protests and activism are supporting Hamas, a group that the United States designates as a foreign terrorist organization. Therefore, pro-Palestinian students are considered to be supporting terrorism and are subject to the revocation of visas, frozen bank accounts, asset seizures, and the denial of basic constitutional rights. In effect, the Canary mission serves as a means to circumvent constitutional protections, allowing the federal government to engage in intelligence gathering activities that would otherwise be considered unlawful. But the Canary mission is not alone. Palantir, another company closely aligned with the State of Israel, uses AI-driven analytics to maintain private databases on U.S. citizens and currently works with 4 federal agencies. While government contracting with the private sector is longstanding, the prominent influence of Jewish groups within these increasingly powerful organizations warrants careful examination.
I renew the call for all able-bodied young American men, all of our elite human capital, all of our geniuses, warriors, intelligent people to dedicate themselves to American sovereignty and independence. As Christians, as Americans, as white people, as citizens of the United States. And anybody that settles for anything less is just as much of an enemy. I would actually consider them worse than our oppressors. So on Independence Day, it's important to reflect on the fact that we are an occupied nation. Now, just like then, we're being ruled by a small country across an ocean, serving itself at our expense. And as long as that is the case, I will always be obsessed with that. As long as that is the case, I will always be speaking out against that and fighting against that. And I will always be angry, understanding that that is the fundamental struggle. As long as our presidents have to kiss the wall in Israel and wear a small hat, as long as they have to say that we want to make Israel great again and they're the greatest country ever, I will never be okay with that. Ever. And it doesn't matter what they offer me or us. It doesn't matter how they might try to placate us, reduce our interests, concessions they'll make. As long as that is the case, it is unacceptable. And that's what it means to be an American.
Well,
the help of the Israelis. You don't believe me? There's a whole article about it. It's an excerpt from James Bamford's book, Spy Fail. It goes into great detail about the hidden collusion in the 2016 election. It wasn't Trump and Russia.
What do you think about polyamorous relationships? Let me. What do you think about polyamorous relationships? Let me tell you, I'm going to say my opinion. There is one weakness that every single man shares. This is how to. Lauren, what do you think about What do you think about What do you think about What do you think about
abortion. We love abortions.
Hey, somebody!
Just like which went from 2011 to today. Syria, which went from 2011 to today. And Iran, which went from 2018 until today. That's the nature of forever wars. And if you're not paying attention to those underlying forces, you're going to fall for it again and again. You're going to be surprised and confused and coping over and over. And people are just tripping over themselves to do it again. I'm like 2 seconds out from just joining the Jews. It's like I started out with the Jews are oppressing us, and it's like, no, the Jews are oppressing all of you. Maybe I
You asked me why I'm doing this. Even if I don't think I doubt very strongly that the knowledge will change anything. But let's say that I take the time to explain it to you. What do you think would happen then?
Oh, fuck.
Our first, actually tonight, Israel first.
Jews. Israel has no control over our government right now.
we paved the way for dark forces. Roy first, and all the alt-righters that got banned, all the alt-righters that got slandered, even people that killed themselves. Our forces paved the way for you now to walk over. You can't give us acknowledgement. Now you want to slam the door on us? It's not right. It's not right. Americanism
It's going to be only America first. America first. The American people will come first once again.
Good evening, everybody who are watching America First. My name is Nicholas J. Fuentes. We got a great show for you tonight. Very excited to be back here with you tonight on Thursday. We have a lot to talk about, lots to get into. Big show. Day 20, our featured story. We are talking about day 20 of the U.S.-Israel war in Iran. Some big developments. We got some other stuff too. I don't know how you guys are feeling about it. I feel like I'm getting a little tired of the war in Iran. It's been 3 weeks. Tomorrow is going to be week number 3. We're entering week 4. And it looks like there's no end in sight. As we've been saying, the war just goes on and on. Initially, they said days, then weeks, then they said a couple weeks, a few weeks, 4 weeks. Now they're saying it's going to be at least another month, it seems, based on what has been reported today. And our featured story tonight, the big development in the war is that the operation to open up the Strait of Hormuz has begun. Yes, the Trump administration has planned to forcibly reopen the Strait of Hormuz using the U.S. military. I don't know that anybody believes this is going to work, how this is even going to happen. And if it does, it seems like there is a high possibility that there will be a lot of American casualties. And so today, U.S. jet fighters and helicopters did a number of air raids on ships and targets on the land around the Strait of Hormuz. And the operation has begun. Once again, this is going to be extraordinarily difficult because the way that the Iranians have closed the strait is with missiles and drones, of which they have a virtually unlimited supply. They're making more of them all the time. They've got millions of them. They're launching hundreds of drones now every single day. And because the Strait of Hormuz is so narrow, it's only about 24 miles across at the narrowest point, Iran can launch a drone from hundreds of miles inland and with almost 100% accuracy hit a ship, because that's just how narrow it is. So if the goal is to use the military to reopen the strait, you have to ask, how are we going to suppress every drone and every missile that is launched at the strait from anywhere inside of Iran? It doesn't even seem possible. And yet the operation has already begun today. The U.S. military says it is going to take weeks at the minimum to get to a point where we even consider escorting commercial ships through the strait using the U.S. military. Even then, they say we're not going to be able to guarantee 100% safe passage through the strait. So what are we doing? They admit, they say it's going to take another few weeks at the minimum. 3 weeks in, 3 more weeks